Well, hello folks. Today I'm going to show you how to, I already put the steering box on, but what I want to show you is how to line it up. Okay, the steering shaft, you can see it's already lined up. The bolt points up. I marked it. I marked the first one before I took it off, because if you get these things, you have to center them, or you'll only steer 1.5 turn one way. As you could see, I lifted up the boot there, and this truck's old. It's a '88 Florida truck though, so not a lot of rust, but I had to lube that up with Marvel Mystery Oil, and I got it so you could move it, so that comes apart. It was a little stuck, but it should slide pretty easy. Um, it's designed to move up and down just a little bit to help for vibration in the steering wheel. Now, as you can see, I have the pitman arm off. I had to change it anyways. I took the whole thing. I took it off the linkage and all, because it was just I took the box off and then took the pitman arm off. But the key to this is I got it centered now. You have to turn it all the way one way, and you count the turns. It should be 4 turns. And count it back all the way the other way before turns. And then go, it's actually kind of like 4.5 from here. The steering wheel ends up over here. When you go to the left, and it ends up, the center of it ends up over here a little bit when you go to the right. So the box is kind of kinked a little bit. But yeah, it's 2.5 turns, 2.5 turns. And I also suggest when you put the steering together, don't tighten anything up, and make sure that you have equal turnage on both sides of the wheel. Otherwise, you'll be taking it off and realigning the steering wheel. It's not really that hard, but if you don't count the turns, it's just, you'll be playing with this thing all day long. And like I said, this actual box had 2 splines. It had 2 flats, but I centered the box as close as I could on the bench, and the other one only had 1 flat, so it only went on one way. But there is like a little triangle area where it only wants to fit one way. So, but the bolt should be facing pretty much up when you know you have it lined up. You just got to look for the flats on that one. Some of the boxes might have 2 flats or not. Make sure you mark it before you take it off. It's a lot easier on the installation. As far as putting it in there, well, you just got to muscle that baby. I used, to get the lines off, I used crow's feet that are made for, their actual, one's a 16 and one's a 13. Those are actually like line wrench crow's feet, so the lines came off kind of easy. Again, I sprayed them with Marvel Mist Oil, let them soak for a minute. It's not too hard. The main part is getting it lined up and muscling that baby in. And then, like I said, before you put the steering linkage on, just set it up there and count the turns, and you'll know if you have it right. If you don't, you'll know you have to go one way or the other. But you got to count the turns from one way to the other. All right. If you like any of my videos, please give me a subscribe.